falling eyes I can't see all night long, but not too soon. I worship the moon. I worship the moon. My knees fall weak, my heart doth swoon. I worship the moon. Through the streets, back to me, falling eyes I can't see all night long, but not too.
Welcome to the show. Let me know if you could hear me. Let me know if you could see me. That's very important as well. This is Thoughts on Bots. It's going to be called Talking Bots. I think I'm going with Talking Bots. You, as fans of the show know, I've changed the name quite a few times. Hopefully you could hear me, because that's been an issue before, but not anymore. My name is Red Jefferson, Geartooth Red Jefferson. This is Thoughts on Bots. This is the BattleBots review show. Make sure to call the number. I don't know why I changed the color there. It's 201-574-7222. If you have any thoughts on these bots, or you want to send a text, or you want to call up the show. I don't know if I'll be able to pick up. That's a good question, Red. And as always, we have a lot of fun here. I am changing up the format a little bit. Want to know why? Because I'm getting 1% better. 1% better each time. As you know, I have a lot of fun times here. Wait, what should I do? Ooh, that's loud. That is a loud thing. But as you can see, I am having fun, which is important. So we're having fun, as we can see. And one more. Here we go. Let's start the show. We had a fun time today. Bloodsport, the first match of the show. Jeez Louise, right? You change the format and then you lose everything. First match of the show, we got Bloodsport versus Claw Viper. We have these two today. And let's talk about Bloodsport a little bit. Horizontal spinner here, bar spinner, run by Justin Marple. They're 2-1, and they're looking pretty good this year. And they went up against Claw Viper. Claw Viper, oh jeez. There we go. Claw Viper here, if I can grab on the Claw Viper, is a grapple bot. Grapple bot run by Kevin Milzewski. And honestly, this is a good match for Claw Viper. He said that he put some shock resistant. He had some shock resistant qualities to it. Like, it's plastic, the grapple part, but he made sure it wasn't super attached, so that his bot wouldn't feel that heavy shock from those blows. But I think the big problem with that is that they weren't attached too great, like a little too loose. Because in the match we saw, it did go the distance, by the way. It did go all the way to judge's decision, but we see Bloodsport just chipping away at Claw Viper, chipping away until there's nothing left. But he's still moving. Claw Viper was still moving, but by judge's decision, unanimous decision, Bloodsport, jeez Louise, is the winner. Very good job, Bloodsport. Very good job. We're going to be a little quicker with some of these because I want to talk about some other things. We have bracket things to talk about because this was the last week. Before the tournament. So we're very excited about that. I don't know if I'm working these noises right, but I'm sorry. I have to stop. This has to be a thoughtful show. But let's see how Red did with his choice here. Yep, Red chose Bloodsport to win this one, and Red was right. Geartooth is always right. I give this 3 gears. I haven't come up with a gear graphic yet, but I give this match 3 gears. 3 out of 5 gears. I think, and we'll use it to symbol fire. We'll get a smoke, and we'll get a explosion. I thought it was very good. You should check it out. It's a fun time because Claw Viper really is a durable bot. Very fast. This was its time to shine, and it didn't capitalize, unfortunately. We got to move on. Next up, we get MADCATTER versus Rampage. Martin Mason of MADCATTER and his kids over there. Just a great bot. I love this bot. It's my new favorite since Duck broke my heart. It's a vertical bar spinner here. They're 1-1. They really needed a win here. They're going up against Rampage. It's this child bot, a child made. He's 16 years old. Daniel and Milena Knox, vertical disc spinner here. They're 0-1. They definitely, well, it doesn't matter. They're not going to be able to get into the tournament. No offense. No offense. I really have to find the best time to use these. This is my first time using the soundboard. 1% better every time. Let me know what your thoughts are. But here's the match. It's really short. Really, really short. MADCATTER just goes right into it, bops them up into the air. They flip around, just smashes them up a bunch. Real good showing from MADCATTER. I will flip over Rampage just for the illustration. I know I'm not trying to confuse things a little bit, but I do want to flip people over. And MADCATTER's the winner here. They're going to 2-1. They're looking good. Honestly, they're looking very good. They had a loss to Sawblaze early in the year, but honestly, I see them going for it. I see them going for it. We'll talk about that later. Next up, we have Huge versus Switchback. Huge versus Switchback. Huge, run by Jonathan Schultz. It's this giant vertical bar spinner on these big old wheels. Everyone loves Huge. It's had a really awkward couple of years. One thing is, people realize the trick with Huge: bum rush it, get underneath it so the bar can't spin up, and push it to the sides. If it gets in the screws, it's fucked. I mean, it's fudged. This is a family one. This is the family program. You can say whatever you want in the chat. I'm not going to say anything. But for ad purposes, let me know what you think of that. They were having a rough time. But they've started to get their mojo back. They're going up against Switchback here, run by Greg Needle. It's this articulated drum spinner. It's a very interesting bot. I don't know if it's necessarily tournament ready. It's a 1-1. So both of these teams needed a win here in order to even potentially get into the tournament. So what we have here, both bots on the start of this have some trouble moving. They get some hits in, and they both are just awkward with moving up until the point the Huge does get some pretty big hits. They do get some pretty big hits until Switchback just stops moving completely, and Huge is just doing this weird little crawl deal. But we do have, I wish I had an audience applause. Yeah, that's definitely that. Well, we have one of these. Huge gets a win. And we're very happy about that. We're excited about Huge getting in there. I like Huge. I just don't know if Huge has ever found itself. It gets too complicated. It doesn't know how to stay in the center of the box. It keeps going to the outsides where the screws are. It needs to find its way back to center. Next up, we have KRAKEN versus Glitch. KRAKEN versus Glitch. We have KRAKEN here, run by Matt Spurk. Durable bot. Super durable bot, and it's known for that. It's only been knocked out once, I think, in its career. That's a grapple bot, and having a rough year. It's 0-2, but it's so durable. It's just like Blacksmith and Duck. They don't get the wins, but they last usually. Against Glitch here. This is a rookie-year bot that's just blowing up. It's 2-0 going into this match. Run by Kyle Miller. It's a vertical bar spinner, or vertical egg beater, and it's got magnets on the ground, super low to the ground. So low to the ground that during the match, KRAKEN couldn't get a hold of it. And what happens is Glitch just smashes the crud. Smashes the out of KRAKEN. So bad that KRAKEN gets a KO. Gets KO'd. And Glitch is the winner. And I just think that's a little bit a big upset. That's a big upset for a rookie bot to do this. This guy barely even thought he was going to win a match, much less be one of the top performing robots. By the way, we haven't even looked at how well I'm doing here. So I had MADCATTER to win. Good. MADCATTER won. Then I had Huge to win. Huge won. And I picked Glitch to win. Why did I pick Glitch to win, you may ask? Not because I don't believe in KRAKEN. It's just that Glitch has been doing really well. Right now, they are undefeated. So I guess I picked right. Thank you. And, oh. I'm sorry. We're going to have some fun with this. This is the best edition. Moving on, we got Mammoth versus Lucky. Very interesting matchup. Very interesting matchup. We have Mammoth here, run by Ricky Willems. Ricky Willems. It's this giant rotary lifter, they call it. It's just this big, slow spinning lifter. But it's done surprisingly well since it's come out. It's 1-1, but it just has these. It's hard to fight against. It's hard to fight against because you're not necessarily sure how to win because it's so large. You have to go after the wheels, but it's pretty fast. It's going up against Lucky. Lucky this year is run by it's run by Mark Demers, but it's it's driven by this new like RC bot guy, and he is killing it. He is really fast and he's smart, and he knows how to get around these other bots. First match was a little bit of a fluke. It kind of got ahead of itself, but the second match it really showed what it could do, and this one definitely showed. What happened here? Lucky just goes at it. Lucky goes at Mammoth and just starts launching it, knocking off its wheel, as you can see, knocking off its wheel there, and just doing a bang up job. Gets it knocked to screws. It does have some issues with the lifter for a little bit, but we get the KO victory right here. Very, very good showing for Lucky. Very good showing, and I like them. I like them a lot. I'm curious to see how they fare against some other bots, some harder hitting bots. But we'll see. I would like to see them versus Whiplash. That sounds like a fun time. I give this match 3 gears. 3 gears. By the way, the highest rated match of the night was MADCATTER versus RAMPAGE. I'm sorry. It wasn't a long match, but MADCATTER's hit was beautiful. 4 gears. Yeah, let's move on. Let's move on. We got another match here. We got Rusty versus Witch Doctor. Okay. Yikes. Right? Yikes. Poor Rusty. Rusty run by David Eaton, Hammerbot, but this time they're using a lifter. They're using Lockjaw's old back shield as its lifter, and so it has like a little scoop because it realized that going against Witch Doctor is going to kill it, and that Hammer was not going to do well. It's 0-1, and let's see how it fares against Witch Doctor, run by Andrea and Michael Lately. It's this giant vertical disc spinner. They're 1-1, but they had like a good loss. I think it was against that game, so it's understandable. And let's see how they fit. It's just, we already know what's going to happen. Witch Doctor smashes into Rusty, smashing apart its little shield, knocks it on its little side. Knocks it on its side, and it just starts flailing its little arms, trying to get up. And it doesn't get up. And we have Witch Doctor here with the KO. Not surprising, they're doing well. It's just to be expected. Next up, we have Fusion versus ICEWAVE. This is the main event. This is the main event of the night. It's run by Fusion here is run by the Ewart clan. My favorite Ewart. Reese Ewart. He seems like a soft-spoken gentleman. It's a 2-weapon bot. It's got a vertical and horizontal spinner. It's unreliable, I would say, but when it does hit, it hits hard. There's a lot of power behind that. Going up against ICEWAVE, this legendary smash-em-up robot. It's run by Mark Divitz, they love saying that he was a former boy genius, and now he's just a man. But it's a giant horizontal bar spinner, makes a lot of noise in the ring, and hits really hard when it's working, when that motor's working. And what we get here is an awkward match. Well, big hit right on the onset. ICEWAVE gets this giant hit, pushes Fusion off to the side, and ICEWAVE's weapon breaks, and then Fusion slowly breaks as ICEWAVE pushes it around, gets it stuck in the screws there, and ICEWAVE gets the victory. ICEWAVE gets the win here. A little surprising. Let's see how I was doing here. I forgot to even talk about that. I had Glitch. I had Lucky. I had Witch Doctor. And I had Fusion. I was doing so well in this. I was thinking I should have picked ICEWAVE. I was just like, you know what? I like Reese a little bit more than his brother. But I chose wrong. But ICEWAVE is winning, and it's a pretty bad match, I would say. I gave it 1 gear. This one's skippable. It's a definite skippable match. But let's talk about my top bots of the night. This is my new segment, Top Bots of the Night with Geartooth Red Jefferson. Number three on the top of the night, it goes to Glitch. Glitch gets this because, you know what? Shocking. This bot is shocking every time I see it. I always expect it to do fairly well because it's low to the ground and it hits hard. But this Omni driving, I think it could go fairly far depending on the tournament goes. We're going to look at that in just a second. I have to hurry up. Next up, my number two of the night. Number two of the night is Lucky. Lucky drove really well. I thought the driver for it, great job. They had a great match with Mammoth, and I'm curious. I would love to see it against some of the top drivers. Love to see it against P1. Love to see it against Hypershock. Like I said, Whiplash would be great. And my number one bot, top bot, Red's top bots of the night goes to my boy, Martin Mason. And MADCATTER and Martin Mason, they really did it today. They really did the trick. Beautiful hit. They're going to get this crown right here. As you can see, the cat is wearing the crown. And I really think they did a great job. Give it up for them. And oh, that's actually a nice thing. Give it up for MADCATTER. Everyone sound off in the chat. We're very happy. I want to see them go far. I would love to see them win the nut. They had a rough loss to Sawblaze. I think there were some issues. Tighten up some screws or something. It shattered. It broke into pieces. But I think that it can do better. And I hope so. Let's quickly take a look at the bracket. Hi. We're back to the main scene. I have it right here. I know it's hard to read. I'm sorry. I had to take a picture. As I saw online, I almost got spoilers. For this thing. So here we are. Here's the bracket for this year. We'll quickly go over it. I'm telling you right now, I think I want Sawblaze or Minotaur. But right now, I'll just talk about the first round. Endgame. So as you can see, the number 32 spot, they're going to fight to see who's going to get the number 1, who's going to fight Endgame. So Scorpios versus Malice. I'm seeing Scorpios win that. And thank you so much, J-Voke. Exciting stuff. Sarcasm. I'm going to take that as a compliment. I'm not sure which part you're being sarcastic about. The exciting or the stuff. But thank you so much for joining the chat. We appreciate it. We have Endgame versus Scorpios, and I take Endgame to win that. Minotaur versus Bloodsport, Minotaur all the way. I see that guy going. Copperhead versus Lucky. Man, I want Lucky to have a better driving match, but I do see... I'm going to go Lucky. I'm going to go Lucky. You heard it here first, folks. Glitch versus Witch Doctor. Glitch. They're surprising me this year, and I think they're going to surprise a lot of people. Sawblaze versus Hijinks. Sawblaze. Are we kidding? Are we serious? Hypershock versus P1. Excited for this driving match. This sounds like a blast. And I will take Hypershock. Hypershock's has been looking vicious this year. They've been really tuned up. We're excited for Hypershock. And he's also, Will Bells is starting to be less insufferable. Uppercut versus Huge is an awesome match. I see it going to Huge. I like Uppercut a lot, but Uppercut is... They hit very low, and Huge is higher off the ground. It has more space to hit. I just don't know if Uppercut's going to get the hits they want. But who knows? Actually, I'll switch it. I'm going Uppercut. Because that's the safe with that. Shatter versus Riptide. Shatter. I have to believe that Shatter's going to win that. Riptide's too young. Now let's go to the other side of the bracket real quick. I'm so sorry. Bless all of you. Bless all of you for sticking with me. Call the hotline. That's 201-574-7222. Let me have some comments or some voicemail. Jay, Vogue, leave a voicemail. Come on. Next up, we have Ribba versus... So Hydra versus Defender. Obviously, Hydra's winning. I'm sorry to the Vasquez family. That's just not going to happen. Am I right? And Ribba has a tough seed here. It's number 2 seed, but it's going to go up against Hydra. I'm going to take Hydra. Sorry, Ribba. MADCATTER versus Black Dragon. Give me MADCATTER. Give me MADCATTER. That's what I want to see. Shut up! Blip versus Valkyrie. Blip versus Valkyrie, I'm going to go... Blip hasn't really had a tough match yet. I'm going to go with Valkyrie. I don't think Blip is 3-0, but I don't think it's had the tough matches that it needs for me to actually believe it. Valkyrie's going to win this one. Jackpot versus Tombstone? Yikes. I would normally say Tombstone. I'm going to say Tombstone. That's all I'm gonna say. Whiplash versus ICEWAVE. Whiplash. I'm sorry, ICEWAVE, but Whiplash is taking that. Cobalt versus Yeti. Dog. Very exciting. I'm gonna say. Oh, I don't know who I want to win, but I'm gonna go Yeti. I like Yeti. But Cobalt's built like a tank. I'm gonna go Yeti. Rotator versus Captain Shredderator. Rotator? Are we? But also Captain Shredder would be Tombstone. But I'm gonna say Rotator. Tantrum versus Gigabyte. Tantrum's built like a brick shithouse. I'm gonna go with Tantrum. I think Gigabyte's gonna break first. And that's my takes. Thank you all so much for joining me. This has been Thoughts on Bots, soon to be called Talking Bots, and we'll see how that goes. My name is Geartooth Red Jefferson. Follow Loserly's Wrestling on all the things. Follow Loserly's Wrestling. Make sure you do. Thank you all so much for joining me. Leave some comments. Press the like button. I'd appreciate it. And follow. Check out next week. The tournament's going to continue. And please help me when this tournament ends. I really love my BattleBots, and I'm tired of watching the same seasons over and over again on Discovery. I'm the biggest customer. Thank you all so much for watching. Have a great night, and we'll talk soon. Bye.
Through the streets, back to me.